This is Marc Sims asking just a few questions. Just a few questions. I have Dr. Lee Warren on the line. Dr. Lee Warren is the founder of the power latent in man. Dr. Warren, what is the power latent in man?
The power latent man is the Holy Spirit within you. It's often referred to as many different names. I mean, in the secular session, as far as science is concerned, they call it intuition. In other words, it's the direct knowing without using your conscious reasoning, things that's automatically pop into the mind from nowhere, and seems to give you the answers most of the time. And most of the time, it's ignored because most people have not been trained to understand what it is and how it operates. So as a result of that, people tend to ignore it and find out that the consequences are usually very damaging for them, and sometimes life-threatening, if not death.
So the power latent that is in man and in woman, the power is still in women too. So we don't use
Right?
that for just our daily lives, or like we talked about on the old TV show, my old public access show. You were on many times. Some of those old videos are on YouTube, very popular. So you use the power latent in man or and in woman for your financial decisions. We talked about years ago about the Great Recession coming, and it happened. It was terrible for a lot of people. Some Americans have recovered. A lot of Americans haven't recovered. But Dr. Warren, we're due for another recession. What do you think is going to happen?
Oh, it's going to be terrible. It's already transpiring. It's not going to happen. It's already unwinding. Now, if you look at some of the business stats, statistics that people often ignore, but the Wall Street has people looking constantly at the stock market at approaching 30,000. So everything's fine. And then you have President Trump, 45, trying to be reelected. He can't allow that to happen to be reelected. So we have a fantastic economy. Everything is booming, and unemployment is down. And the little stats that they're giving, so people are caught up. As long as the market is up, that's in most people's indication that they have a strong economy. But nobody's looking at the stats of car sales, manufacturing processes that are taking places. World trade is down, slowing. If you start looking at just the stats itself, the economy is terrible, and the trend for the last 4 or 5 months, like sales have been down for the last 7, 8 months. I mean, you go to a car lot, and they're filled with cars. Matter of fact, they're trying to sell 1919s now, brand new. They haven't sold.
Well, you know, the recessions are due what they every 7 to 10 years or so. That means we're overdue for a recession. So, like I said
That's right.
earlier, some people got hurt, but some people didn't get hurt, and some people recovered from the last recession. So, who is going to get hurt in this recession? Hopefully, Dr. Warren, it's not going to be as bad as last one, is it?
Oh, it's going to be worse because the amount of debt that has accumulated. I mean, most people are living day to day on their credit cards. The Federal Reserve said the average American that cannot afford a $400 emergency. I mean, they don't have any. They don't have any stocks that they can sell. They don't have any precious metals they can sell. They don't have anything saved that's liquid. So they out there living from paycheck to paycheck, and that's very dangerous in an economy like that. If you've got children, you're really up against the wall there, and the benefits are going to be very slim now. So people are going to have to ask, as I said, for that power latent man of the Holy Spirit to divide them and to prepare for them. And the scriptures are full of people having hardships, being guided through the situation.
But Dr. Warren, doesn't if people like you, if you will, saying a recession is coming, won't that hasten or, if you will, cause the recession?
Well, it's already, in one sense, it can because people will automatically tighten up. That's one of the reasons why they haven't warned people. Because if people stop spending and start saving, automatically that will do or slow down the economy down. You're absolutely right. People will stop saving. They will start saving money. and put away things for hard times. I mean, that's some simple things that people can do. I mean, if you are a family or whatever, just start buying canned food, organic. That's usually cheap, beans, ravioli, or whatever you like. Just start buying $4 or $5, $2 a can of stuff. They have it on sale. Start packing that stuff away. Last time we told people about it, people said, "Well, I got a whole pantry full." I said, "You just wait till this thing slow down and you get laid off." And a lot of people got laid off. They said, "Man, thank you a whole lot because I do have this canned food here and stuff full that able to see me through with my unemployment. I don't have to spend it on food."
Yeah, Dr. Warren, recessions are inevitable. But do you think I'm gonna shorten this podcast? We got a few more minutes, then we're gonna do a part two. But before we end this one, this recession, I thought it's going to happen 2 years ago. That's why I ain't got no money. I'm not a market timer, and most people are not. Do you think the recession hasn't really started yet because President Trump and the Federal Reserve pump money into the economy, and that's slowed down the upcoming recession?
That you had absolutely slowed it down 2 years ago to prevent it from happening, and that's what's holding the stock market up. Basically,
the tax cuts and all the other tax cuts and monetary policy, right?
Yeah, there's a monetary policy. The federal government creates the money out of nothing and puts it into the situation where bankers do not loan the money. They take the money and gamble with it in the stock market, the bond market, real estate market, or whatever, trying to increase their rate of return. So I mean, that's what's holding that's primarily the thing behind the stock market. Usually, most of the revenue from the stock market comes from companies buying back their own stock. Companies are taking loans. Loans now almost zero for corporations, or near zero, and they take the money instead of investing in expansion and research. They take the money and buy their own stock. So that's why you have Apple up around $300. You got the Google over $1,700. You got all the fad stocks. Apple, Facebook. These stocks are usually 20% of the movement in the market today is taking place about 7-8 stocks. That's it.
Now, so President Trump had his tax cuts for the rich. Okay, we put that in, and we had a little monetary policy that worked out. So right now, there's nothing that's going to stop this recession now.
Not now until after this money goes in. The point is, when you create money out of nothing, when you create money and you put it in the stock market, when you create money, what are you doing is eventually the types of trillions and trillions of dollars it takes to maintain this thing. What it does, it lowers the dollar. Your dollar value becomes lower and lower. People are holding dollars. They see you printing up more money. They say, "What the hell is going on here?" And you got $23 trillion in federal debt. That don't include Social Security and a whole lot of other stuff going on. They say, "Wait a minute, we got a crisis in pensions." See, people don't know how serious this stuff is.
Well, you don't hear the Republicans. I'm sorry, Dr. Warren. You don't hear the Republicans. I forgot how much the government debt has gone up since President Trump has been in office. But you don't hear a peep out of Republicans. Now, if President Trump loses, then your Republicans will talk about, the debt. We got to pay. Trillions and trillions of dollars. It's got to be paid at some point.
More likely, listen, they're going to keep the thing going. He will get reelected, I think, by a wide margin, because the Democrats don't have nothing. That's another story, but they don't have.
No, we're going to talk about that in part two. I'm hoping okay, let's save it for part two. We're going to start off, will President Trump be reelected, and will he, if he's reelected, will he reign over this recession? Okay, Dr. Warren, let me cut this off and we'll start part two real quick.